Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Finally, Meri Brown gets married to her new boyfriend and invites Kody Brown. The Sister Wives universe has been buzzing with jaw-dropping twists for more than a decade, but no one could have predicted that Meri Brown, the first wife of Kody Brown, would finally walk down the aisle again and then shockingly extend an invitation to the man who once shattered her heart. Fans everywhere are still reeling from the alleged reports that Meri, who spent years in a one-sided spiritual marriage where she often felt invisible, has found love again. And not just any kind of love. This time, Meri's happiness seems unshakable, genuine, and so filled with joy that even her sharpest critics can't deny she deserves this fairy tale ending. But the biggest curveball? She's said to have invited Kody Brown to the wedding. Yes, the very man who once said he no longer considered himself married to her, the man who emotionally detached from her on national television, has been handed an invitation to witness her new beginning. This shocking development has lit social media on fire, leaving fans to wonder, is this a power move? A sign of healing? Or a masterclass in grace and closure? Meri's journey, from heartbreak to healing. To truly understand the weight of this moment, we have to go back. Meri Brown wasn't just Kody's first wife. She was the woman who helped set the foundation for the entire Brown family. When TLC cameras first began documenting their polygamous lifestyle in Sister Wives, Meri was portrayed as loyal, steady, and committed to the dream of building a plural family. She endured loneliness when Kody's attentions spread thin among the wives, and she endured heartbreak when fertility struggles prevented her from having more than one biological child. Through it all, she held on to the idea of family unity. But over the years, cracks widened. The infamous catfishing scandal revealed just how starved for affection Meri was. She admitted publicly that she wanted connection, romance, and someone to look at her like she mattered. Kody, instead of fighting for her, emotionally distanced himself further. By 2023, their split was official, and Meri declared she was ready to rebuild her life outside the shadow of Kody Brown. That rebuilding didn't happen overnight. Meri poured herself into her businesses, her retreats, and rediscovering her independence. Slowly, her social media posts began to reflect light again, a spark in her eye, more laughter in her captions, and a noticeable glow that fans couldn't ignore. And behind the scenes, whispers grew louder that Meri was dating someone new. The new man who stole Meri's heart. So who is this mystery man who finally convinced Meri that love is worth risking again? Sources close to the Brown family claim he is not a polygamist, not tied to the old world of plural marriage, and most importantly, he sees Meri for who she is today, not who she was in the shadows of Kody. Allegedly, he's described as grounded, successful in his own right, and completely smitten with Meri's fiery independence. Unlike her years with Kody, where she fought tooth and nail for scraps of attention, this new relationship reportedly showers her with the affection and validation she craved for decades. When news broke that Meri had not only found love but was planning to marry this man, fans flooded forums with mixed emotions. Many cheered, saying it was about time Meri found happiness. Others wondered if she was moving too fast. But regardless of opinion, one thing was clear. Meri was determined to live life on her own terms this time. The wedding invitation that shook everyone. Now here's where the story gets wild. Multiple outlets and insiders claim that Meri extended an invitation to none other than Kody Brown himself. For fans who remember Kody's dismissive comments, saying things like he no longer considered himself married to Meri, this move left jaws on the floor. Why would Meri invite the man who caused her so much pain? Some speculate that the invitation wasn't really about Kody, it was about Meri's closure. By inviting him, she symbolically declared that she no longer carried bitterness. That she could look him in the eye, walk past him in her wedding dress, and prove to herself and the world that she had survived, healed, and moved on. Others theorize it was a calculated move to show dominance, Meri proving that she has a new life while Kody, now isolated with only Robyn by his side, has lost the admiration of the other wives. Still, there's another softer possibility. Perhaps Meri, despite everything, still considers Kody part of her history. He is the father of her only child, Leon. Inviting him might have been about acknowledging that shared history and choosing forgiveness over bitterness. Kody's alleged reaction. If the rumors are true, Kody's reaction was reportedly one of shock. For years, Kody has struggled to maintain his once sprawling family, losing Christine, Janelle, and Meri in succession. Now, seeing Meri happy in the arms of another man could sting more than he'd like to admit. Fans speculate that Kody's pride might not allow him to attend, but others say that curiosity, and perhaps guilt, could pull him into that wedding aisle seat. Meri Brown, Kody's only remaining wife, reportedly wasn't thrilled about the invitation. Some insiders claim Meri sees Meri's move as unnecessary drama. After all, what could possibly come of having Kody sit in the audience while his ex-wife marries someone new? Yet, others argue that this moment could serve as a humbling lesson for Kody, showing him what he lost when he chose neglect over effort. Fans of Sister Wives, the TLC reality series that has detailed the intricacies of Meri Brown's life in a polygamous family, have been enthralled by her quest to find love once more following decades of emotional turmoil. For years, viewers followed Meri as she dealt with the difficulties of her marriage to Kody Brown, the Brown family patriarch, who at the height of their plural marriage was married to 4 women. Despite years of abuse, heartache, and public scrutiny, Meri, Kody's first wife, has seen a tremendous transformation in her life. Meri has allegedly found happiness with a new partner and has taken the brave decision to get married again in a surprising and endearing development. Even more shocking is the disclosure that she invited her ex-husband, Kody Brown, to the wedding, a move that demonstrates her maturity, fortitude, and need for closure. The collapse of Meri's marriage to Kody, her struggle to rediscover love, and the significance of her choice to invite Kody to her new chapter are all explored in this story. A married couple marked by conflict. Since Sister Wives debuted in 2010, Meri Brown's life has been exposed on the program, providing an unvarnished glimpse into the intricacies of the polygamous Brown family. When she was in her early 20s, Meri married Kody in 1990. She was his first wife and at first adhered to the multiple marriage tenets based on their common religious beliefs. Meri's status as the first wife grew more complicated as Kody spiritually married Janelle in 1993, Christine in 1994, and Robin in 2010 to grow the family. Even while she was in favor of Kody taking other wives, she eventually realized how emotionally taxing it was to share her husband. As early as the first season of the show, fans could see the rifts in Meri and Kody's relationship. After divorcing Meri in 2014 to adopt Robin's children from a previous marriage, Kody turned his focus to his more recent spouses, especially Robin. Despite being presented as a pragmatic choice, this formal divorce signaled a sea change in Meri and Kody's relationship. Meri felt abandoned and alone as Kody's emotional and physical distance from her increased, even if they were still spiritually married. In later seasons, Kody publicly acknowledged that he no longer felt romantic love for Meri, and the show chronicled her struggles to keep up their relationship. The season 17 one-on-one special in December 2022 featured a particularly difficult moment when Kody admitted to Meri that he had been acting like a spouse for years, suggesting that their relationship had been devoid of true devotion. External obstacles made Meri's efforts to save her marriage even more difficult. When she developed an emotional bond with someone she thought was a man but who was actually a woman acting as a romantic interest online, she became embroiled in a catfishing scandal in 2015. Her relationship with Kody became even more strained as a result of the incident, as he blamed his increasing distance from her on a lack of trust. Meri's sensitivity during this time was evident as she struggled to maintain her adherence to the family's multiple marriage principles while dealing with feelings of betrayal and loneliness. Meri persevered in her devotion to Kody and the family for more than 30 years in spite of these challenges. Even though Kody made it apparent that he had no plans to mend their relationship, her sense of obligation and faith kept her bound to the marriage. Supporters saw as Meri dedicated herself to her business endeavors, such as managing Lizzie's heritage in Utah and selling apparel for LuLaRoe, in an attempt to find meaning outside of her troubled marriage. But ultimately, she reached a breaking point as a result of the strain of her unrecognized efforts. The choice to go on. In a joint statement shared on Instagram in January 2023, Meri and Kody declared the end of their marriage for good. As they proceeded independently, the declaration underlined their dedication to compassion, decency, and reconciliation. This was a long-awaited choice for Meri. She finally found the courage to leave Kody after years of hoping he would recommit to their relationship. Meri said she felt really good about her choice and was prepared to accept a new path in life in an interview after the breakup, expressing a sense of clarity and relief. The breakdown of the Brown family's polygamous system included the dissolution of Meri's marriage to Kody. Janelle Brown declared her split from Kody in December 2022, after Christine Brown was the first to leave in November 2021. Robyn was Kody's only surviving wife after these departures, which drastically changed the family structure on which sister wives had been based. Since Meri had been the longest-serving wife and the one who had first accepted Kody's polygamous lifestyle, her departure was especially noteworthy. Meri made the decision to leave in order to regain her identity and autonomy, not only to stop a poisonous relationship. Meri started concentrating on her own development and pleasure after years of being characterized as Kody's first wife. She moved to Utah, where she operated Lizzie's Heritage Inn, a bed and breakfast, and focused on her own personal growth. Meri talked openly about her path of self-discovery in interviews, highlighting her dedication to overcoming her past pain and mentally preparing for new partnerships. She said that therapy was crucial to helping her work over the hurt of her marriage and not carry that burden into the future. A new love and a new chapter. When Meri started dating again following her breakup with Kody, her perseverance and optimism paid off. She made waves in January 2024 when she revealed that she had started dating a man named Amos Andrews in October 2023. On her 53rd birthday, Meri decided to mark this milestone with her fans by sharing a number of pictures of herself with Amos on Instagram and sharing how excited she was about this new phase of her life. She praised Amos for having two traits she looked for in a partner. He shared her love of Christmas and made her laugh, in a humorous yet significant detail that emphasized the intimacy of their relationship. Meri also mentioned that her dog, Zona, had given Amos her seal of approval. Sister Wives fans, who had long hoped Meri would find happiness after years of heartbreak, overwhelmingly supported the announcement. Her beaming smile and the happiness she radiated in the pictures with Amos were praised on social media. But there were difficulties in Meri and Amos' relationship. A month after going public, Meri confirmed her separation from Amos in February 2024. She admitted that Amos wasn't her person in an open Instagram post, but she was nevertheless thankful for the dating experience and the opportunity to discover more about herself. Unfazed, Meri kept exploring the dating scene, going into it with an open mind and a clear idea of what she was looking for in a relationship. In contrast to the dynamics of her marriage to Kody, she characterized her ideal relationship as someone who is self-assured, supportive, and able to match her intensity. Meri's readiness to accept non-exclusive dating was a reflection of her newly discovered self-assurance and resolve to find a fulfilling relationship. Then the shocking news broke that sent shockwaves through the Sister Wives fandom. Meri had secretly married her new boyfriend. According to rumors, Meri had wed Brandon Stone, whom she had previously identified as her mystery man, in an Instagram post from December 2024. The caption for the photo said, "It's a Christmas miracle. #mysteryman, #lifeisgood," showed Meri and Brandon wearing black sweatshirts together, twinning with a thumbs up that exuded optimism and Brandon's arm around her shoulder. When Meri posted another picture in early 2025 with the remark, "Moving day," fans were ecstatic to see her beaming with joy, and rumors about their romance grew. Using hashtags such as #mysteryman and #new beginnings. Several internet sources verified Meri's marriage to Brandon, characterizing the nuptials as a private event that represented a major turning point in Meri's life. Meri decided to keep this moment private and simply show snippets of her happiness to the public, in contrast to her last marriage, which had been extensively covered on television. She wanted to shield this new connection from the scrutiny that had characterized much of her life on Sister Wives, which is why she chose to get married in secret. Some fans wondered whether Meri's moving day post suggested a shared residence or a new beginning in a different place, leading some to assume that the couple may have moved in together. Kody Brown's invitation. Meri's choice to invite her ex-husband, Kody Brown, to the wedding was arguably the most unexpected element of the occasion. Because it was a nuanced combination of maturity, forgiveness, and closure, this gesture generated a lot of conversation among fans and media outlets. There had been a lot of conflict in Meri and Kody's relationship, especially in the last years of their marriage. Deep wounds had been caused by Kody's contemptuous remarks about never having loved Meri and his unwillingness to emotionally interact with her. However, Meri's decision to have him attend her wedding implied that she had managed to put the hurt behind her and face their common past with dignity.